Hello, hello. So with the Video Horror Society closed beta ending and early access launching Spoon, this is a good time for us to go over the tutorials and discuss what they do, and more importantly, what they don't teach you about the game. We know that Hellbent is working on revamped tutorials for the full release, so if there's anything you'd like to see in those that I don't cover here, please do leave that in the comments below. Enjoy! So this is basic stuff. Every tutorial starts off with how to move. Shift to run, control to crouch. The faster the movement, the more noise you make. Now the one thing that they don't really emphasize is how much more noise you make, and how even walking is pretty loud and can give your position away. If you need to escape, press or hold space to vault through nearby openings. Hold shift or control for different speeds of vaults. Let's try the slow vault. That was actually pretty quiet. Help your friends. If the monster knocks down a teen, they cannot get up by themselves. To revive them, hold E, press and release the left mouse button to stay in the target zone. This mechanic confuses some people the first time they see it, so it's good that the tutorial makes you practice. Once revived, teens need to be healed. They could just say that this uses the same process as reviving. So getting more practice on the healing. Faith runs away. Beware, the monster is now enraged. In this mode, even healthy teens can be knocked to the ground with just one hit instead of two. Listen for the terror track. When the monster is near, it will get faster and louder. So the thing they don't mention here is how the monster gets enraged. They passively gain rage. It fills their rage bar. They also get rage by hitting teams. 3 hits without knocking somebody down will fill their rage bar. Every time they knock somebody down, it resets. And you can see the glowing eyes. There are various different cosmetics for that. Rule number 3, stay strong. When knocked down, you can speed up your recovery by collecting Luma from the Spectral Realm. Press E to channel your Spectral. This is one of the reasons why I think it would be good for the tutorial to be mandatory, because it seems a lot of newer teen players don't know about Luma, or think that they're actually dead after the first hit, or after their first down. Press E again to release the Spectral and go back to your body. When injured, you leave a trail the monster can track. When friends can't heal you, find a healing station nearby. So you can see the little, it's called chromatic aberrations down at the bottom of the screen there. So they have a ping here. What I would like to see is them telling you how to ping. Also, it would be nice if this did the actual healing station ping instead of the generic. There is, like, that's the generic ping if you don't do anything specific. Apparently it does the same thing on unpowered vending machines. Some more practice with the healing minigame. If you already know how it works, this could get a little tedious, but it is a really good thing for people to be able to practice. For a quick life boost, feed your soul. Candy bars are stashed around the map and in vending machines. Search for one nearby. So we have a vending machine here. That also has a unique ping when it's powered up. So I would really like to see them explain the ping system. Because particularly for teens who don't use mics, that is going to be the primary way of communicating with your team. Press E to pick up the candy bar, and then eat it. They did also change the candy bar mechanic. It used to instantly heal you. Now it takes time. So it'd be nice to see that explained as well. But this tutorial hasn't been updated since the beta launched. Rule number 4, fight the monster. It takes a hit from each stigma type to kill the monster. The 4 stigma types here: burn, purify, curse, and shock. Locate a stigma crafting station and hold down E to craft your weapon. So it would maybe be nice to have them name the stigmas, draw attention to their icons up here. So, another thing, we had the disrupted status effect down at the bottom of the screen. We now have the vision status effect that is showing us the monster's aura. So an explanation of status effects would be nice to see as well, since when you're crafting, you will be seeing that. I don't think there's any way to craft here without seeing that aura. And then while you're crafting, it would be nice for them to explain the self-ping system. So if you don't know, self-ping, I think default keybind is C, will show your crafting progress while you're on a table. So you can see it's filling up as you craft more and more. That's a really important way to communicate to your team if somebody's in chase, whether they can come to you or whether they should stay away. You can see it's getting full. And then I don't know if they could like force a blunder, but maybe do this and have it explain the blunder and the fact that the monster can see when you fail on a station, that the icon does turn red for them. And that it's a map-wide effect, not just local. Confront the monster and fire your cross by holding left mouse button. Keep the monster in the beam of light until it recoils. I'm not entirely sure what it means by recoiling. I assume that just means like when it starts taking damage. Because I wouldn't really describe the banish animation or mechanic as recoiling. Hiding in lockers would also be something they could explain during the tutorial, since there are so many here. The fact that the monsters all have tracking, and they can find you if you're in a locker, or like if they're using their hunt ability, they could show you what that sounds like, because it is audible and visible. The werewolf drools while it's howling. So instead of just knocking you down in the middle of the gym, they could tell you, the monster's enraged, quick, hide. And then you go and you hide, and then they have the werewolf come in, hunting, and it finds you, and they explain that mechanic. Could also explain the stigma meters. You can see that it fills up as we're attacking. It'd be nice to see some little explanation of that, because if you're not paying attention, you might not notice that while you're damaging the monster. But that is the closed beta tutorial. It's going to be the same beta through early access, and they're going to be coming out with a revamped tutorial in the full release. So I'm excited to see what they include. Hopefully some of the changes that I've mentioned help make the new player experience a little less painful.